Hello, welcome back to another video. Today is round, don't have a clue, of Psgl around Austria, and this one, if you're wondering why I'm straight into Q3, it's because I actually had a qualifying ban, so we're going for a last to first here, because of the incident with Barry Borman I had last week in Qatar. I haven't actually uploaded the video because it was such a bad race, I didn't even want to. Um, Completely fair penalty. My bad on that one. And oh, didn't even know that was in there, but hello. Um, but yeah, this race now, pace was looking good. Quali end race actually. So yeah, we're gonna see what we can do from the back. Lucas Blakely actually got crashed out in qualifying, so he's at the back with us. So yeah, here we go, straight into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Lucas's wheels are spinning up for some reason, and away we go. Dylan Warren just ahead of Lucas, and we are not gonna put our nose in. Gonna try and get a bit of a switch back here. You see, Lucas goes in a little bit too heavy, I think, but gets it around the outside. We get a switch back on Yoni Tormala, and Danny Bresnay AI there. Um, oh, what the hell happened there? Marcel Kiefer just ahead of us, so Lucas on the inside there. No contact. Lucas gets squeezed to the inside. We make it just around the outside of him, but then we're gonna back out the ERS and just go for a switch. No, we're gonna hold it around the outside. See Lucas again a bit loosey goosey on the exit. Two cars off in the infield there. Yoni drives into the back of him. Um, as I've just burped, but safety car in. Out.
Interesting.
As I say that interesting, but 4 positions up, and I think that's going to turn into 5,
I literally just saw
because someone ahead has actually got
that, why is
damage, I
Danny AI
believe.
as well?
As I asked engineer there, Cedric
Oh,
Tomei,
rip.
the goat,
Oh my god.
who why Danny was actually an AI, but he actually had no force feedback, so we had to pause the game, unpause the game, and try to get his force feedback back. Um, so here we are then. Um, End of the safety car. I haven't done one of these commentaries in a while, you can probably tell. And here we're going to get a last bit of temperature in the tyres, and we are going, but I knew they were going to back up into the final corner, so I was trying to back off, get a bit of a slingshot on Lucas here. You see, this is about perfect distance, because you see the time we gain, and then we got a little bit of a slingshot, but misjudged it by about a tenth, I reckon, there, so we didn't get the proper slingshot. But yeah, into turn 1, we are 2 tenths behind Lucas, and then we are going to go into turn 3, up behind Lucas, gets a big send to the inside, Danny up our inside. On the mediums, that's fair enough. But this is now going to be an issue because we're the first hard runner that the medium guys up behind are actually going to be coming up to pass. So we're going to try to defend, but not use too much ERS. If we
Oh, mate.
end up using a little bit, it doesn't matter, we can gain it back. But I was basically going to use pretty optimally. If we can keep some of them behind, then we can. But I knew the pace delta would be a bit too much to keep them behind. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. Luke Smith up next up behind. I'm expecting him to get past us in the next few laps. Um, Same with Longe and Beresnay attacking the guys up ahead. You see, yeah, into turn
Jesus, man.
1. We got our second warning. So, second warning around this track, especially with the turn 1 where you have to cut it. Everyone knows it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. But we're going to obviously do our best to not get a penalty. Luke Smith, easy. I'm not using too much ERS, but I am trying to defend. As
Medium run
you
as
see,
well.
yeah, we can't use any more. Otherwise, we will be using unnecessarily and not getting our ERS back up too quickly at all. But now we are up behind Luke, Brendan behind. Oh, Dylan Warren spins onto the gravel on the outside there. gets it going again. Not sure what happened there. But we've got Brendan Lee up behind, and now we're just going to settle in, charge our battery back up. And you see Lucas is actually falling back towards us on lap 11. This is what I was saying about the mediums. The guys will end up making a couple moves on the hard guys ahead. And yeah, obviously Lucas getting crushed out in qualifying, so he's back here with us. And yeah, we just got to basically just do our best from this position. On 2 warnings already. See, the confidence we have in the car right now is quite good. At lap 11, the tyres are starting to equal out a little bit. So yeah, the confidence we have in the car to be following about, well, just gaining on that on that fast section in the last sector. Luke is now using though. This is perfect for us. We need Luke to attack Lucas up ahead. Luke and Lucas, I'm gonna get confused there. So we can end up maybe getting a pass on one of them, or when Luke inevitably pits, we can yeah, just do our best to get the other one. I was pretty much hoping Luke pits early, but as you're about to see in the future, it's not going to happen. Now, Danny Bergene, we're going to use our battery up the inside. Easy move. He lets us go. Say that, thank you. Making sure that I don't hit the car ahead this time, and we don't. So yeah, improvements getting made in that aspect. I don't know. Aspect. That's the one. Lap 19 now. Luke still hasn't pitted. I've got the 2 McLarens up ahead, and this is not too ideal for our strategy, I can't lie, because I want to be on the back of Lucas and Wilson, pushing them along, improving the pace, and yeah, we're just getting bottled in behind Luke, who isn't going too quickly at all. Obviously on those mediums they're dying, probably closing in on puncture territory soon. And yeah, we're just not really going anywhere. See it go for a little switchback, but grip on the outside there, much better than the inside. As I think Luke's actually going for a move on Wilson. Not sure why. Really not sure why. Because he's on 20 lap old mediums. But fair enough, I guess. Yeah. So we went for that move. Lost us about half second, 7/10, I'd say. With Wilson going wide, Luke's having to take through, and yeah, as he blocks us off there. As I faked to the inside on the pit lane, but I knew I didn't want to go this lap because one of the McLaren's going to have to go longer, so there'll be no point in me pitting that lap. Again, look here, we're just trying to push Luke as far as he can go, but he's just not budging. He's just kind of sat there, but now this is quite crucial. We need to make the move now. Need to get on with this because he is going to be going on to set mediums because he pitted on the safety car. So yes, Luke goes to the inside. We think about a move. Go for the switchback here. Luke on the outside. Light move up the inside. We get that move pretty easily in the end. Like I say, easy. It took us 20 laps, but not the point. Up behind Lucas Blakely now. 2 McLaren boys. Yeah, we're going to do our best to beat them both, basically. As I knew this is probably going to be my pit lap, just because one of these guys is going to have to go a lap longer. So that's why I didn't pit 20, because I knew if one of those pit, I would pit. If they didn't, if they went one longer, then I would pit. You see Wilson comes into the pit lane. We come in as well. Here we go. Lovely. Spotting the braking point, losing about probably on a perfect 1, 3, 4 attempts, so pretty good there. But it's better than getting a 5-second penalty. So yeah, pretty nice. Into the pits, we are going to be going on the medium, same as Wilson and Lucas will inevitably. You see now we just got to focus on getting the DRS on Wilson and not going wide at the pit exit. Oh, I didn't realise we were very close to the pit line there. Yeah, in future need to cut that out because that was quite close. But yeah, now on to the start of 23. Wilson needs to get a move on here. Needs to get past Danny Bresnay because it's just holding up our progress. You see, it looks like he's pressing the battery. He is. And he's
What is
going for
Wilson
this
doing?
move.
Why is he not getting on with it?
But
Oh, he is. Oh my.
yeah, he didn't. Which was a bit confusing to me. I don't know why we aren't going past Danny Bresnay because it's just, like I said, holding up our progress. And just it's just not
Why
good
are we
for
not
our
going
race. And I thought he was doing it to help Lucas come out behind quite close. Because if Wilson was ahead, we'd be going quicker than what Danny is. But yeah, I don't know. So then I took it into my own hands. I had to do something here.
Go!
Push the battery. And basically just get the move
Yep.
on Danny,
Alright.
same as Wilson. So yeah, 24. Push Wilson into the move. This should be good enough as long as Wilson uses a bit of ERS up the next straight. But then I see Danny using as well. And Wilson not
dear.
defending.
These idiots.
You see I'm getting really frustrated now because this is just
Oh,
completely holding up
hello.
our progress.
What
We could
am I
already be,
seeing?
what,
Just ruining everyone's race.
2-3 seconds up the road. Instead we're just sat here bumbling
Sorry,
about with
everyone's
each other
losing
and it's just losing us time to where we're going to get up to the train. But yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Oh, big mistake there. Now I just completely took it into my own hands. I had to push for the overtake on Danny as well. Otherwise,
Yep.
we're just going to be stuck here. You see, 3/10 behind Danny. This is perfect. Into turn 1. 4/10 behind. We should be able to get this move. Wilson as well. Going to push him into it. Going to push ourselves into it. Up the inside. Danny sends it later on the outside, but we got a lot more grip on the inside. Push him onto the curve a little bit. And then drag race. Danny doesn't fight it too hard. Up to the next corner. Easy move. At the inside. Brake a bit later. Inside line is superior there. So, we got 11 laps. P10. End of the lap. We're going to go for the move on Wilson because I felt like I had pretty good pace. Yeah. So, just going to lift a little bit into turn 1. Get the run. Easy move. This should be. Around the outside. Light work. And we're up into P9 now. So, Josh ahead on the 3-second penalty. So, running a bit wide there. We should get him pretty comfortably. 10 laps to go. 4.5 ahead. We should catch him. So, yeah. 2.8 now, 28, lap 28. We are closing pretty quickly, to be honest. About 5.5 second a lap. So it's not masses, I guess, but it's enough. Wilson up behind, just charging his batteries. I was kind of hoping he'd work with me a little bit, but he just didn't. And we had to pretty much just burn our not burn, but like, now we are going to burn, because we're in the DRS of Simon Weigang. Wilson 2/10 behind. He seems to have superior straight line speeds. Back up the inside, leave him a bit of space on the outside there. And he gets us. I had to turn the battery off. I didn't want to waste any more battery on that. I just thought I'd play it a bit smarter in these last couple laps, and yeah, then we can pretty much just get a move on in the last 2 laps, or actually in the last lap is what I was thinking here. I was going to recharge and then have one massive burst of the battery up one straight or 2 straights and try and pounce then. But you see, P10, we're basically in a, well, fight for a podium, yeah, mate. As long as everyone crashes ahead, but realistically, if everything goes completely swimmingly, we got maybe a 5th, maybe, big maybe. As yeah, you see Danny getting pushed by Lucas now. We're gonna defend a little bit, not anymore. Danny up the inside, hits
Danny needs to
Wilson.
stop these sends, man.
I say Danny needs to stop his sense, but yeah, that's racing. Just in the heat at the moment. We're gonna not use Just like assess the situation behind, and if I need to use, then use. If not, as oh my,
Oh
I forgot that
my
happened.
god.
Luke Smith absolutely sending out the inside. Not interesting move, to say the least. Like 35 now. You see here we gained a lot more battery back. Guys ahead have been using constantly, so we do have the most battery, I'd imagine, in this situation now. Um, you see here, they're all trying to get close for the run out the final corner. We're just waiting back a little bit. Um, Playing a bit, I say a long game, it's one lap to go and we're in P10, but just playing a little bit of a smart game, I'd say. You see here, Wilson using a bit up the straight again, and we're going to get the run. He isn't going to get a run, we are going to take it out wide. Not nailing that corner really, but yeah, this is like perfect distance for a switchback. See, these guys are absolutely burning their whole battery. Josh Ado's flashing. Wilson to the outside. See, we're really close now. It's near perfect distance. Just didn't quite get the traction down. But that's fine. I didn't want to use up this straight anyway. Josh defends aggressively to the inside. Wilson to the outside. They're both now flashing. So this is absolute perfection for us. We need them to keep going side by side. Again, still, we've got 50%. We've got a sector to go. So this is what I mean about playing the patient game. Josh here. I knew I'd only get one, maybe two, so I was going to just put Josh a little bit offline there. A little bit of a tap on the front wing, but nothing doing there. Now we're going to put on the battery, Josh flashing. See that the battery usage is so powerful. Josh, leave a little bit of room, he tags us on the inside there, but ultimately getting the place. The place is already done.
Yeah.
And come home in P8 in the end, because the guy had Nicholas Long had a penalty, so... Yeah, not a terrible recovery, but yeah, definitely could have been better. Not 100% satisfied with it, but yeah, that's how sometimes the races go. You got to force your hand in those moments where Wilson wasn't overtaking Danny. I should have done it a lap or two earlier, but yeah, there's always definitely improvements to come, and yeah, pace is getting better each week, which is the main thing. And again, appreciate everyone watching. Alright, see you in the next one. Cheers.